Hey guys, it's Galore here. This is going to be my first video, which is a new experience, as you can probably tell. Today I'm going to hopefully be showing you some grinding and generally giving you a bit of a tour and just showing you what I'm about really, so stay tuned to the whole video and hopefully you'll not hate me by the end. So guys, this is my general workshop area. As you can see, I've got a plethora of tools there. I've got all your hammers and your steel wire brushes and needle files and jack planes. Don't really know why I've got all these here. You know, you've got your paracord, all your standard stuff. Got my sharpening system here, which is basically just some wood glued to some plywood with some of these jammed inside it. General bins containing aluminium. Got your steel, your stainless steels, a bit of oil. Got all your files, your rasps, all that good stuff. And today I just wanted to show you some designs and what hopefully I will be getting up to and my favourite finished project which I've got so far. Alright, so this is the first one I've got at the moment. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's hopefully a throwing knife design which I'm going to be making for my friend, so this one won't be for sale or anything like that. The idea behind this was to have a really heavy face and a rather long tang, but it's still going to be half tang obviously because I don't have that much steel, and this one is just an offcut from a guillotine, so I'm going to try and be conserving as much steel as possible. But yeah, hopefully I can show you guys the making process with this, and should be really fun to make, and hopefully you guys enjoy it in the future when I start it. Video should be coming up in a few weeks regarding this one. Alright, this is the next one. This is just going to be another full tang blade, but it'll be a half-handed one, so won't be particularly big. It'll just be a nice little blade. It's going to be a nice fat one though, so hopefully I'll use this as my kind of survival knife, so this one won't be for sale either really. I'll tell you if the knives I make are for sale, and I'll link you to the page in the description, okay? So yeah, this one should be really fun to make. Also, I haven't actually put any kind of designing into this yet. I've literally just cut the rough shape, so that's kind of bad of me, but hopefully I can work backwards and still make this a half decent knife. Now this is my favourite one I've finished so far. I've finished 3 at the moment, and this has to be my favourite just because of how it looks and all the processes that went into making it. I'll just show you guys quickly, and a video of this won't be coming up because it was before I decided to make a YouTube channel I made this, but I'll show you guys quickly and you might see more of this in the future. It's called the Carrot Cruncher, oddly, because it's going to hopefully be a kitchen knife used for cutting carrots, and that's what it looks like so far. It's finished though. It's nice and shiny. It has that nice stainless steel look where all the grain's flowing one way towards the blade, which is really nice to look at. It's got a nice pine handle that I made out of some battening I had. It's a little bit scummy at the moment, and well, I could probably do with sanding it a little bit just to remove some of that scum that's built up over time, but yeah, it looks really nice so far. It's rather sharp, so just got to be a little bit careful around it, but it was heat treated, tempered, yeah, all the works went into it. It's fantastic looking. So yeah, hopefully I can make more of these. If you guys want to see more of these, then yeah, I can follow the design I did last time and make loads more and then link those, and hopefully you guys will like them. So yeah, that's this one. This is the Carrot Cruncher, and hopefully I can make up some more fantastic names, or if you guys want to name them, then sure, post it in the comments. So today I'm also going to be showing you some grinding, but first and foremost, you've really got to sort your PPE out. Today I'm using some Kosh approved goggles which have little vents on the side so that nothing can get through. These are rather high-end goggles that my dad owns, and they're really quite nice. Also going to be using some ear defenders. These aren't mandatory, but they're kind of useful just for blocking out all background noise and really not leaving you with a ringing headache at the end of it. These are also quite high quality ones that I was given as a gift a while ago, and they're still in really good quality. This is my grinder. This is a Titan grinder. It's pretty much the standard bench grinder, but the wheel's starting to get a little bit worn. This is a hard wheel, this is a soft wheel, and I've got this little G-cam in place just to allow me to aim my grind a bit better, which is just quite useful, as when I get the knife in there I can really lean it against it and not change the angle at all. And that's just a nice little aiming thing that I can do. Now, most of you guys are probably going to be screaming, hey, where's the gloves? You probably need those, right? It's a grinder. You can wear gloves. I would kind of recommend gloves, but they have to be really tight wearing gloves. and I don't have any of those, so I wouldn't recommend wearing rigger's gloves or anything like that, because if that gets caught in the spinning chuck, that will rip your hand off, or a finger, or something. At the very least, it will ruin your work, which is not really what I want at all. So I'm going to be going without gloves most of the grinding sessions until I get myself some tight-fitting gloves, which will be really useful. Right, so let's get right into it, I see. About to start grinding, I need to also point out that I keep a glass of water here. This is purely because when I grind, the knife gets incredibly hot, and I need to cool it. So you just dip it in the water. If it's really hot, you might leave it in there for a bit. I left it in here overnight just so I could really cool it down because it was very hot, and, well, I didn't want to just stand here holding it in, so I just left it in there. It's stainless steel, this, so it won't corrode or anything, and I wasn't worried about that. So, I think we should just get right into it, really. So that's generally how you grind a knife. I mean, that's quite good actually. It's changed slightly the angle, but I think that will complement it when I start polishing it, because I can polish out the grind marks and generally sand it out as well, which it does look pretty good so far. If I can maintain that angle, it'll end up being a nice sharp knife. Compared to the other knife I showed you before, I'm being really careful not to ruin the heat treat, because this particular kind of stainless steel comes with a pre-industrial heat treat, which means it's already quite hard, as that's just what the manufacturers do, so they use less stainless steel. The other stainless steel knife I showed you before is the same type of stainless steel, but I wanted it to be really hard. And because this knife is going to have quite an axe kind of point to it, so it doesn't really need to hold an incredibly sharp edge, so it doesn't need to be as hard, so I'm going to leave the industrial heat treat on it. That's what I'm going for. Guys, that's what my grinding efforts of raw. It's kind of against the first grind I ever did. It was fairly sloppy and not particularly good, and the grinding wheel was hot as well, so that couldn't have made it any better. So I have changed the angle of this slightly, so that when this leans up against it, it doesn't have quite as soft bevel on it, so it's quite harsh now, the bevel, which is what I want to go for. So yeah, that's what it looks like so far. This has been my first video. I hope you've really enjoyed it so far. If not, tell me how I can improve, because, well, I really like improving and I don't want to just be a failure in my life, so, you know, I've got to do something right. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll hopefully have another video out for you soon. Thank you guys, bye. This is the last one that I've planned out as a project for before Christmas, and as you can see, I've started to grind this, but not so much that it's actually made a difference yet. So yeah, as you can see, it's not particularly good grinding because of, well, just how my grinding wheel is, and it started to overheat and slightly flake a bit. So hopefully I can find a cooling system that won't make my knives overheat and make them really, really crappy looking. So yeah, but it's looking alright so far. This one won't be for sale either, so it might be fun to make though, and hopefully save, and I don't want it to look really crap when it's done. But oh well, I hope you guys enjoy it.